Hello there people and welcome to today's video. Got some news for you. Unfortunately the job at Bertrad's townhouse didn't work out, unfortunately. So I was relieved on Monday, so I no longer work there. So that's sad. So back to square one, so I've got to start looking for another job again. But I will try my hardest to get all these videos out as well. They might be very far and few between, but I will get them done. And as promised, today is going to be about top 10 facts of Friday the 13th and what we were watching on this date, 22nd of February, 40 years ago, 1986. Can you believe it? 40 years ago. I did go and see that Crime 101 with Halle Berry and Chris Hemsworth. Worth a watch, really good film, really enjoyed it. That was definitely a good film to watch. Right, so on with today's video. So here are, and I was supposed to do this last week with Friday the 13th and everything, but I just wasn't really feeling it last week. So so here are top 10 facts of Friday the 13th. The fear of fact number 1 is fear of the day, which is called Paris. I can't even pronounce the word. It's in my own handwriting, but it's called Paris decatrophobia, if that makes sense. I think I've said it right. I'm not sure, but I'm sure I will get people commenting on if I've said it wrong. So frequency. The other fact is its frequency. A year has at least one Friday the 13th, and at the most 3 Friday the 13th. That's the second fact. The third fact is the Sunday rule. A month only has a Friday the 13th when the month starts on the Sunday. The fourth fact, biblical mythological roots. Roots are often rooted and traced from the Last Supper, when you had 13 guests, Judas being the 13th guest, and you had Jesus and the other 11 apostles. And the other is Norse mythology. It features 12 gods, with Loki being an uninvited 13th guest, leading to tragedy. So there really was a Norse god called Loki. The fifth fact is the Knights Templar. Common theory links to the superstition of Friday the 13th to the Knights Templar, the arrest of many Knights Templar on Friday, October the 13th, 1307. That's the fifth fact. The sixth fact is something building. Sorry, it's my handwriting. It's terrible. I can't read my own handwriting. Anyway, buildings. Buildings built in the US, 80% of them rarely have a 13th floor. They have either 14 or 12A. That's the sixth fact. The seventh fact is famous births. Director Alfred Hitchcock was born on Friday the 13th, August 1899. And rapper Tupac Shakur died on Friday the 13th in September 30 years ago. The other fact number 8. Industrial accident focuses on Friday in Finland on Friday the 13th, as it is dedicated as a National Safety Day to promote accident awareness. So that's another fact. That's fact number 8. The ninth fact is the 14th guest in Paris, a professional 14th guest, courtesan, can be hired to join dinner parties to avoid the superstition of 13 guests, or added to the and of course number 10, the movie franchise Friday the 13th was the franchise was launched in 1980, grossing over 380 million worldwide over 12 films. So there are your top 10 facts of Friday the 13th. Meanwhile, what we were watching 40 years ago, can you believe? Over on BBC One, we were watching Open University, which started at 6:45, then Interval at 8:25. Hunter's Gold at 8:30. Banana Man at 8:55. Then Saturday Superstar started at 9. Grandstand started at 12:15. The news was at 12:05. Then that was followed by the regional news and sport. Jim will fix it at 5:45. Oh no, 5:20. The Muppet Show. 5:45. Jim will fix it. The Noel Edmonds Late Breakfast Show was started at 6:20. Every Second Count with Paul Daniels started at 7:20. 7:45. Les and Dustin's Laughter Show. Strike It Rich at 8:20. News and Sport and Weather was at 9:10. Movie The Brass Target was on at 9:25. The horror movie The Ghoul was on at 11:10. And of course that was closely followed by Close Down and the anthem, which they normally showed. Meanwhile, over on ITV, Saturday 22nd of February 1986, ITV, TVN got kicked off the channel with Good Morning Britain. Then the Wide Awake Club at 7:30. 9:25, number 73. Captain Scarlet and the Mr. Ons at 11 o'clock. 11:30, Secret Valley. ITN News at 12 o'clock. 12:05 was Saint and Gravesy. I actually used to watch that. I never liked football, but I did enjoy watching them. Wrestling was on at 12:30. Airwolf was at 1:20. Benson at 2:15. That was followed by the snooker at 2:45. You had the results service at 4:45. Does anyone remember the results when people used to get their pools out and tick off what results, and they used to win on the pools? Then that was followed at 5 o'clock by the ITN News. At 5:05, Blockbusters. The A-Team was at 5:35. 6:30 was the Grumbleweed Show. The Price is Right at 7 o'clock. Movie Out of Darkness was at 8. ITN News was News and Weather. Aspel and Company was at 10 o'clock. That was followed by the LWT News and Weather. Then at 11, the snooker. And that's what we were watching 40 years ago this day. I'll let you know how I'm going on with the job search next week if I've got time. I'm sorry this has been a short video. Sorry about that. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde Part 5 is coming up shortly. So yeah, that's it for today. Sorry this has been a really short video. There really isn't much to say really, or much to do or talk about really. Of course, my computer game thing will be next month, so I'm going to do at least one a month, hopefully, and hopefully do some videos again next weekend. As I say, anyway, see you next week, hopefully, and I'll let you know how I'm getting on. And haven't quite decided what I'm going to talk about for the next week, but I will see you next week. Bye bye for now.